Welcome back, everyone. It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. Some of you might know me as John Wick Returns. And here we are with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. It was released on November 19th of last year, 2024. Give it a take. It's been about a couple of months now that this game has been out for 2 months. And what do I think? Well, first and foremost, it's very important that I emphasize one key point here. Asobo's Microsoft Flight Simulator, first and foremost, it's always in development. So it's very difficult for me to review a product based on something that it's always in development. What I'm going to do on this video is I'm going to tell you what are my thoughts and experience now that I have tested this for 2 months, and what do I think and where it's going from here. We are currently on a PC version. We are not on the Xbox version, even though I'm using the Xbox controller. We are on the PC version, okay? The main reason I'm on a PC version, it's because it's better. It's 60 FPS. It's faster. You see how fast it is. So I want to be on a best possible version. And let's be honest, the best possible version for you to play this on, it's always going to be PC version. Now, I have played the Xbox Series X version, and absolutely nothing wrong with the Xbox Series X version. However, you're stuck with 30 frames per second. Here, you're stuck with 60 FPS, much faster, better performance, right? And that's what you want to see, right? You want a smooth experience. And you can only get that with PC version. You can also use the Tobii eye tracker, right? There's a lot of different things you can use to make your experience better. You can use virtual reality, which I have been using, right? My MetaQuest. So they are MetaQuest 3, that's what I've been using. The VR experience, quite frankly, it will depend on how powerful your PC is. The more powerful your PC is, the better the experience is going to be. Also, what type of headset are you using? If you're using a Pimax, right, then yes, your experience will be better. If you are using Pimax with a very powerful PC, then yes, your experience will be also better. So the way you experience this Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, it will depend on what you are playing it on. Obviously, if you're playing it on a PC with all of these components, right, the experience will be better. If you're playing on a console, the experience will still be good, but it will be limited. If you're playing it on Amazon Fire TV Stick, again, you're on the cloud, so the experience will be limited as well, depending on your internet connection, depending on, the latency and all of these things, right? So I just want to make sure that you guys have a better understanding on that, because my whole point making these videos and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to be different from others, because I'm not making videos to vouch. I don't vouch for no company, all right? What I'm simply doing is I'm giving you my honest feedback. And then, you can look at that feedback, and make your own judgment on it, make your own, decision on it. What do you think? All right, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and let's talk about this. All right, so the biggest changes that came in from Flight Simulator 2024, Microsoft Asobo Flight Simulator 2024 is the ability to be able to walk around, exit out of your plane, and walk around. This is something that I already have talked about. It's probably one of the coolest features that you can walk around and check your plane, right? So that's the one benefit, and you can land anywhere you want to land, and you can walk around anywhere. You can take a helicopter or small Cessna plane. You can land anywhere you want to land, and you can walk around. That is pretty cool. All right, so that's the major change. Another change, obviously, it's the ability to do a career mode. Career mode is pretty awesome. I have already done a bunch of videos on a career mode. Career mode, it's very cool way for you to start your journey, to learn about the aviation, to learn about what it takes to become a pilot, etc., etc. So that's the second thing. A third thing, it's the graphics. Now, the graphics, again, it will depend on what type of system you're playing on. If you're playing on a console, well, it's still great, but again, can't hold a glass of water to what PC can do. Obviously, if you got more powerful PC with a 4090, then yeah, with a triple screens, sure, you are going to have obviously much better quality, much better graphics. So what's yet another thing? The size, the file size. Previously, you had to download a very hefty size software, which is called Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, which of course is still available, still active. It's probably one of the best because it's a more redefined version of this simulator, and there's still a lot of people playing on 2020. And there's more planes and mods, things, modifications available, etc., etc. So with 2020, of course, you needed about like 148 gigabytes storage space, and 148 gigabytes plus all the updates, 148 gigabytes plus all of the updates and all of the planes that you have, right? All of these things you have to consider. That adds quite a lot, It adds a lot to your storage, your hard drive storage. So think about it. 148 gigabytes plus all the other maps of regions you have to download, all the other planes you have to download, all that stuff adds up. Plus all the updates, you're looking close to 200 gigabytes. 200 gigabytes just for the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And then you look at this version, which is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Here you only have to download like 30 gigabytes. It's only 30 gigabytes. And with 30 gigabytes, you got more space available for you. You can, reserve that space for other games. You can reserve that space for different types of add-ons, right? So you have quite a lot of options on how many planes can you download, how many specific regions with specific updates on that region you can download, right? Those are not yet available. The marketplace is not yet available, so you have to keep in mind 2024, it's still in development. It's they should have called this an early access. I'll just be honest. It's still in development. There's still a lot of stuff missing. The marketplace is not there. It's not available. It's coming soon. There's a lot of stuff that's coming soon, and so for right now, what you are getting is kind of like an early access of what full potential of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is going to be. All right. I already talked about the graphics. Graphics are great, but the graphics will depend on what type of PC rig do you have, obviously. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Xbox version. I already mentioned that. The Xbox version is just fine. But if you have a PC version, sure, more powerful PC, this will look more better. You also get a better performance. To me, the performance is the key. So, as you can see, 60 FPS, much smoother, better, and that's what you want. So, let's just take off briefly, really quick. Another thing that I like that they have added before we just take off here really quick is the ability to open up your iPad so you can look and see where you are. You can look at your flight plan. And another cool feature about this flight plan, you can move this to another monitor, right? So let's say you got triple monitors, or maybe you got 4 monitors. You got triple monitors for your cockpit view, and then you got a 4th monitor or a 5th monitor on top. So you can put like this right here, the map, the iPad map, you can put it on the 4th or the 5th monitor above you so you can see exactly what your flight plan is and where you're going, right? And I think this is pretty cool. So this gives you more options. This is where the PC version, obviously, it's more desirable. And majority of the flight sims, let's be honest here, and I know many of them from YouTube, they are going to be using a PC version, of course. There's no question about it. PC version. If you're serious about flight simulator, like really serious, then of course the PC version is the way to go. Because you got so many options on a PC to make this the most enjoyable experience. So there are some differences. 2024, it is superior. There's no question about it. But you have to remember, this is an early access, an early development. And I think Asobo should have emphasized on that. And I think that's where the confusion was. The confusion was where a lot of people were, they were thinking this is like a full product. In a way, it is. Don't get me wrong. In a way, it is a full product, but it's still under development. Get it? I just want to make sure we're clear on this. This is a full product, but it's still in development. It is still in development. All right. And I repeated this twice because I want to make sure that people hear me. So there's no confusion down on the comment section, Oh, he said this. Oh, he said that. Pause, rewind. It's recorded. You can listen to it as many times as you want. It's a full product, but it's still in development. That's all I'm saying. And you're watching this because, well, you want my feedback. Well, that's what this is. It's my feedback. I'm letting you know what my experience is in the past 2 months with this product. So that way, when you decide to purchase this product, you know what you're getting into currently. And you know the difference between 2020 and 2024. But keep in mind, it's still in development. And that's what this is, basically. All right, so this is a cool feature. Again, this is one of my coolest features is this, where you can use this and you can put it on your big screen, right? And you can, well, what I do actually, believe it or not, I use my MetaQuest, and I stream this on my MetaQuest remote desktop, and I use this as a big screen, and I have like 5 screens. I have left, right, center. I extend those screens, and I can use those screens to put various different instruments, right? And I can look at those instruments on the big screen as I'm flying, and it's a really cool experience. And you can actually do that on a PC. So you see, this is the benefits that you get. The benefits with the PC obviously are unlimited, and I think that's what makes the PC version more desirable. Of course, PC version is going to cost you more money to build the rig, to get a GPU, CPU, all of the above, right? So you have to look at that as well. While the Xbox, it's a more affordable budget, version, and then you've got, of course, the cheapest budget version, which is Fire, Amazon Fire TV Stick, Amazon Fire TV Stick. But remember, it's on the cloud, and then the latency, the internet, all of these things you have to consider. So there's that too. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take off. Another thing that I like is you have a ability to look at your waypoint, and you can turn off and on the waypoint by pressing the thumbstick right here. You press the thumbstick, and the waypoint that's highlighted in blue will show up. It's really cool to have the waypoint, because waypoint can really teach you what altitude you should be flying. So this is pretty cool to have, and you always know where you need to go. This is a good assistance to have to help you, and I've been using this quite a lot, believe it or not. So, all right, let's slowly take off. Here we go. I want to take off like this so you guys can see it. There we go. This is Denver International. .60 FPS, smooth as the butter. There we go. Very realistic, huh? Now I'm using a controller, obviously. The whole idea is to use a flight stick, if you have one, of course. Like I said earlier, I think 2024 Microsoft will be the best version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I think that's what Asobo is trying to do But keep in mind, this is still in development. So just understand that when you are playing this game, just remember it's still in development. And of course, if you have a PC version, go for it. I mean, if you have the luxury of a PC version, it's always going to be your best option. You know. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with the Xbox version. I have played the Xbox version, and so did many of my other friends. However, if you want the best experience, well, the PC version is the way to go. We can kind of check out the cockpit a little bit. You know, it's nice when it's 60 FPS, smooth as a butter. It's my co-pilot there. Looking good. Great detail. This is very useful to have when you are approaching landing strip. Gives you a better idea, you know, of your altitude and attitude. Attitude and altitude are two different things. And this was going to help you with your attitude and your altitude. Which I recommend that you guys use this, all right, when you are approaching landing strip. This is on 737 MAX, all right. This is available on 737 MAX. Put this back. Go. Like I said, right now, currently, I want to end this video just by saying this. Right now, currently, 2 months that I've been trying this. It's good. There's a lot to do here, especially the career mode, for crying out loud. Career mode, for crying out loud, is something you should be playing first and spend all your time on career mode and do all these different challenges and, you know, move up to rank and get your different pilot licenses, you know, commercial license, private license. There's so many licenses. And you also learn about aviation as you are going throughout the career mode. But keep in mind, everything else, it's still in development. And I think that's what I'm trying to emphasize at the end of this video. Yeah, it's great, and there's no question that Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is going to be the best flight sim, right? But right now, we just have to be patient. We have to wait, because right now, currently, it's still in development, and this is something that it will take time. We got a little bit of turbulence. How realistic is that, huh? We got a little bit of turbulence here. You can actually see the passengers inside, actually. That's how detailed it is. There's Denver down there. Looking good. All right. I hope this video gives you some idea about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Like I said earlier, this will be the best Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's no question about it. But right now, after 2 months, it's still in its early stages. I think a year from now, 2 years from now, I think 2 years from now, I think we'll see just how well developed this is. I think by 2027, this will be considered one of the best flight simulators out there. The amount of features we will have, God knows how many features they will implement on this. Better textures, better satellite imagery, better rendering on the terrain and the buildings, etc., etc. This is just a first step. What this is just the first step. This will be so much better, of course, as we progress throughout coming months and years. Look, for example, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and how well 2020 has been developed right now. So just remember, this is just the first steps, the very, very, very first steps. Okay, we're just getting our feet wet. Just wait. We're just getting our feet wet. Wait till this whole thing gets finalized and it's a full version with everything. But remember, at the end of the day, the PC version, I want to end the video by saying this: the PC version is the best version, because the PC version is the most accessible version. All right, listen, I know my videos are half an hour, but the reason they're half an hour because I want to make sure that I cover all the bases, everything, so that way you have a pretty good idea what my feedback is for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I'm trying to be as honest as possible, and like I said, this is a full product, but keep in mind, it is still under development. It is still being developed. It's under development all the time. So what does that mean? That means that even though it's a full product, but as a full product, it's still being updated. It's still being developed. Same situation with 2020. When 2020 was released, yes, it was a full version of the game, but it was still being developed. And I think that's one of the caveats that you get with the Asobo. You have to be patient. With this Flight Simulator 2024, you have to be patient, and you got to be willing to be patient and wait for Asobo to work on it and bring all of these features and updates. So I hope that this clarifies what I think about Flight Simulator, Microsoft Asobo Flight Simulator 2024. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And please leave a comment down below. Let me know, what do you think? I would like to hear from you. You hear from me and you hear my thoughts and opinions. I would like to hear your thoughts and your opinions on this. Thank you.